Well, I think temptation is the attraction of sinning. It's the idea that we are feeling that we would disobey, we're being attracted to the idea of not living for God, not doing what he would want. And I think we can say that temptation is not always sinful because that's the pattern with Jesus himself. So we read in the New Testament that Jesus was tempted. He was tempted in the wilderness. He was tempted in the Garden of Gethsemane. Hebrews chapter 4 says that he was tempted in every way as we are, but was without sin. So there's clearly a category of being tempted, in a sense of being presented with the attraction of sin, but choosing to resist that in a way that means that the person has not sinned. They're not guilty before God, because Jesus himself was utterly sinless, even though he was tempted. So it's clear that there is a biblical category of experiencing temptation, but that is not the same as sinning. Now, we need to be careful here because some of our sin and our temptation does come from our fallen sinful nature, from sinful desires. And we can allow those temptations to become lusts in our minds and in our hearts, even though we don't do anything with our bodies. Jesus warned against looking at a woman lustfully, for example, or of hating somebody, which is the equivalent of murdering them. So we can allow our temptations to become, for want of a better word, mental sins or virtual sins. So there's a fine line to bear in mind there, but it is an important biblical principle that temptation can be resisted and is not the same as sin.